Hi, doctor. Do you muted? Are you speaking?
Yes. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. This is the questions or the introduction of the questions. I didn't give the questions. Okay. So yeah, a computer vision engineer working on a project to develop. I give case. Okay. Develop a system for classifying video for a video streaming platform. Okay. So the platform hosts a wide variety of contents, including movie, TV shows. It's just like, for example, Netflix. Okay. Yeah. So or for example, your TV box, which is illegal. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Effective video classification is essential for the contents. Okay, so the video classification system should be capable of categorizing a video into multiple genre, theme, contents, type based on their visual and temporal characteristic. Okay, so yeah, that is the requirements. That is the requirement of the system. Okay, and then accuracy and efficiency are crucial for providing relevant content recommendations. Okay, yeah. So that's why this is kind of like the performance metrics require accuracy and efficiency. So the system should be adaptable to accommodate changes in contents, trends, user preference, and platform requirements over time. Okay, I think that is just the requirement of the spec. Okay, so this is the questions. Any things that you don't understand about this introduction of the question? After this, okay, that will be A, B, C. Okay, so this is the introductions. Anyone's got any questions on this part of the questions? Clear enough, right? Okay. Yeah, then this is questions that will be related to my lecture from week number 12, 13, and 14. Okay, and basically 13 and 14, that is on CNN and RNN. Okay, so there's some things that to prepare for these questions, like what I told you just now. Okay, the example I give you is a hybrid models. It's a CNN RNN models. Okay, so yeah, you can run, and actually below the slides, you can go to the website and read. Okay, the introduction, how they do the CNN RNN. Okay, so but I also want to know if I have only single models, CNN or RNN. Okay, yeah, what will happen to the system? Okay, you can go and look for information, but honestly, this is not the questions, but it's related. Okay, my question is not, if you only CNN, what will happen to a system? That is not, definitely not the questions, but it's related. Okay, yeah, you will have to evaluate. Okay, if there's just a single models. Okay, yeah, you may also want to know in the CNN RNN hybrid models. Okay, how they work. That is what I say is in the code. Okay, I think that is and then yeah, there will be some part of the questions will related to the evaluations of the models. Okay, will be related to evaluations of the models. Okay, yeah, so these are the aspect that when you do readings, okay, try to find answer. Okay, but definitely I can tell you that's not the question, but it's related. Okay, yeah, yeah. So don't say, oh, Dr. Chow already give question A, B, C, you got the answer, and then you go inside, regardless what question, you just write that part. Okay, yeah, please understand the questions. Okay, so yeah, from the 1 hour, what you did for the last 1 hour, anyone successfully run the code? It's still running. You can run the code, right? Okay, how long you take? How long is, 10 minutes. Or you're using the cloud. Or cloud only 10 minutes, so that's why I'm smart. Don't use your computer. I also use my computer. I say that why, so yeah. Okay, yeah. So you use Google, is it? Okay, yeah, go to Collapse. Okay, use Google Collapse. 10 minutes only. Okay, yeah, you don't have to waste so much time. Is the performance okay? Yeah. What is the accuracy? Not very good, huh? Only 21%, huh? Oh, that one I didn't notice. I didn't check. I see it's run successfully, then I close. Okay, only 21. Okay, where's the problems, huh? You don't know, huh? Yeah. Maybe there's a question I should ask. Okay. So yeah, it shouldn't be so low. Because I think if you click on the website, I think the website got show the result. I think the result is higher than 21%. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, read the code a little bit, know how CNN and RNN can work together in this task. Okay, that will help you to answer your questions. Okay. Anyone got anything to share on the single models? Have you got any information about the single model? Okay, so that will be your homeworks. Okay, actually for these subjects, right, not much for you to study because you don't need to memorize anything. Remember, you can bring your notes in. Okay, so all the information you get regarding these videos classification, you can print out and bring in. Okay, not just the lecture note. Basically, you can bring in anything. Okay, yeah. That will help you to answer your final exam, except no electronics devices. Okay, remember that. Okay. Any other questions on these questions? Any other questions on these questions? Okay, and then I always got feedback or comments from students. They say that, sir, I don't know all the cases. Like yesterday, I talked to another student. He said, I don't know the transportation system. I said, you never go out. Do you drive? I don't drive. Okay, you don't drive. Do you go out? Do you take Grab or anything? I seldom go out. So I say, do you know about traffics? There is a traffic light, 3 color. I say, no, I know there are 3 color. I mean, some are a little bit more like common sense or knowledge, after you have completed your 4 years degree, your high school. You don't tell me you don't know what is traffic light or you don't know the traffic conditions, yeah. And then furthermore, you are mostly from electrical engineering background. Even you are from science background, okay, you are not from engineering, you are from science or computer science. You're supposed to be exposed to some technology, yeah, because you are living in a modern world. Yeah. But maybe some of you are from village, but village nowadays is also very modern already. Okay, so that's why I cannot tell you what exactly you need. Okay, I would say it's the knowledge that you need, because this is a master course related to engineering. You are supposed to get to be familiar with all the engineering system. Okay, for example, even I'm not chemical engineering, I know how they do the process control. Even I'm not a civil, I'm really not familiar. Okay, yeah, I don't know how they make buildings. Okay, yeah, but yeah, when I read a little bit also, I know that why in some country there's an earthquake, but the building will not collapse because of some structure things that they do. You're supposed to have that kind of knowledge. Okay, yeah, but I still heard about that, so that's why I hope to have less failure this semester. So that's why I'm going to give you the 2 cases for question 1 and question 2 as well. Okay, but again, not the question. I just give you the case. Okay, I think this one I mentioned already last week, but not much info from here. Okay, so as I say, the question 2 is on chatbot. So yeah, I think I need to tell you this because maybe this is something that's not very familiar. Okay, so you can go and read more about chatbot. Okay, a chatbot is a customer service application designed to assist user with inquiry, complaints, and general support requests. I think ChatGPT is very much like a chatbot as well. Okay, but it's a more powerful one. Okay, so yeah, so I think what is important is the last part. The chatbot will interact with user using natural language processing techniques. Okay, so I hope you know what are the techniques in NLP that is used in chatbot. Okay, yeah, what are the techniques or how the whole structure of chatbot. Okay, yeah. So and then what are the techniques in NLP that is needed? And after this, your question A, B, C as well. So that's why I will not tell you what is A, B, C. This is the introductions. Okay, yeah. And this question is related to NLP lah, definitely. Okay, yeah. So yeah, any questions on chatbot? So again, I would suggest you to know the architecture of the chatbot. Okay, so it may not be all related to NLP, but if you know how the architecture, then you can identify where are the NLP in a chatbot. Okay, yeah. So I think better lah. Okay, at least you can do some reading. You go in chatbot, okay, you'll have some surprise. Now no surprise already. So yeah, it's not something I like also. I like surprise. Okay, any question on chatbot? Okay, so the first question also I decided to let you know the case because it's a little bit more specific. So maybe some of you are not from energy background, so that's why read a little bit on the energy. Okay, so yeah, so it's a time series questions related to energy. Okay, so yeah, your data scientist propose a system, okay, leverage historical consumptions data, weather informations, economics indicator, and other relevant factor to generate forecasts at different temporal resolutions. This is quite challenging, hourly, daily, and weekly, okay, for various customers, segments, and geographic regions. So it's quite complex, these questions, okay? And you know, this is a time series questions, and I only cover the ARIMA models, okay? So it's slightly different with the ARIMA models that I give in the case study, okay? I think many came to see me already discuss on the past year questions, okay? I think many already know how to do. Actually, the answer is already in slide. These questions, to be honest, is slightly different, okay? Yeah, so yeah, that's why I give you also. Next week, I'm not around. Don't come and see me and ask me what is the question for the final, what is the answer for the final exam. I will not answer that, okay? So yeah, this part is slightly more challenging because the example I give, you have only one data, right? You have only one set of data. This, okay, yeah, you have various data, okay, yeah, and the purpose are slightly different as well. You are not just creating one predictions model. I cannot talk too much. Later, I give you an answer already. Okay, so that's why I will want you to focus on this one. Okay, try to think of, you know, yeah. So yeah, you may want to look at ARIMA models, how to use ARIMA models in more than one input sequence. Okay, yeah, that part I didn't cover it. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I think this part is only readings, not so much. Okay, yeah, yeah. This question is slightly more challenging. Any questions? Okay, yeah. If you feel that you're not confident to do the questions on Sunday night, you go to clinic, get an MC. Yeah, then you can get an I. Okay, yeah. I means you can receive after when the semester start. Okay, yeah. And we only accept medicals certificate MC. Okay, yeah. Why? Sorry? Sorry? If you fail, no, we don't have receipt for fail. We only got receipt for, we call the I grade. Okay, I grade mostly are medical reason or I don't know what other reason. Usually it's medical reason. Okay, yeah, most of this is medical reason. So that's why every semester I got a lot of students before exam, they said I got COVID. Self-declare COVID. Okay, but yeah, and usually the receipt paper I can tell you is more difficult. So that's why receipt paper, not the same paper. The lecturer have to send another set of questions. The lecturer have to do another round of, you know, all the meeting, everything. So that's why the lecturer is very angry when they want to do receipt paper. So that's why the receipt paper is always more difficult. So don't try to do receipt, okay, if possible. Okay, unless you are really very sick. Okay, yep. Okay, and any questions? Okay, so there are quite a lot of preparation that you need to do because not so much of reading for this subject. So I think it's good I give you some topics that you can go and do some readings. Okay. And again, the meeting is Monday. The exam is Monday, 8:30. Please arrive at the hall at least be around 8:15. The hall will be open at 8:15. Okay, because the exam will start exactly at 8:30. Okay. So yeah, your attire, okay, follow the university rules. Okay. It was never mentioned that, you know, because of an attire, they don't allow you to sit for exam. We don't do that. But because of the attire, we cannot allow you to enter the hall. Okay. So yeah. So take care of that. And then what else? Yeah, you can bring your lecture notes and any printed material, textbook, everything is fine. Okay. Yeah. And what else? I think that's all. Okay. Yeah. And any other questions? Okay. Yeah. How many questions? 3 questions. Then question 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and in every question there are sub questions. Yeah, so ABC, something like that. Okay. Yeah. So 50%. Okay. So I release the grade of your continuous assessment, that is 50%. Okay. So yeah, I think what really differentiate the grade for your continuous assessment is only your test. Okay. So for the lab, if you submit, I give full marks. Okay. The lab is for the assessment for lab is just participations. Okay. So yeah, because I don't give mark for attendance, we are not allowed to give mark for attendance. So that's why the lab is kind of like participations. So everyone submitted, you get full marks for the lab. Okay. For the assignments also, you submit, most of the times, not most of the times. Okay. Your grade is either A or A minus. Okay. So I give the mark is from 13 to 15. Okay. So you're very, very bad also, I give 13. Okay. You're very, very good also, I give 15 only. Cannot more than that. So that's why these two is more on participations and you just do the work. Okay. So I think what really differentiate your grade is your test. Okay. So that's why I see some is A minus. Yeah, I think it's because of your test. Okay. And the final exam is another 50%. And your passing mark is 65. Okay. Yeah, your I think your what we call the marks, I think the highest is about 41 or 42 out of 50. Okay. So that's why if you 40, you need another 25 mark out of 50 in the final exam. Yeah. So 25% at least. Okay. In order for those who get A plus to pass. For the others, you need at least about 30 out of 50 at least to pass the paper. Okay. So yeah, you have part of the questions. So I hope you prepare well for your final exam. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, so if not, I see you during the exam. Okay, yeah, okay. I think that's all for today. Okay.